Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today a special deck for all the Tamiyo fans, because that's probably one of the most underrated Planeswalkers in Standard, and she's insanely powerful, and we will prove it today, because we are playing 4 Jace and 2 Tamiyos that they are also Jace, so milling this 45 cards out of Atraxa decks, mono white, all these value pies like Golgari, has never been easier than with this deck. So this is the strategy. We don't care about other win cons because that's so easy to close the game, and we have also more permanents like Seedsharks, companions, because that gives more targets to Tamiyo, and you will see how amazing she is. So without further ado, let's go into games. I hope you will like them. If you aren't subscribed, please consider it, and hopefully you will have as much fun as I did. Well, that's definitely not the hand we wanted. It's a mulligan, man. That's a really bad hand. This one is a little bit better, I think. Let's get rid of one of the Jace, let's play the headquarters and see if we can hit some lands right now. So definitely on the bad side of the draws right now. This is insanely nice draw. I think this draw fixed it most of the things that we didn't like. I don't want to Fateful Absence. This way, if we kill this, he gets basically 2 extra cards and we lose 1. So that's not really very good trade. I'm thinking about not minusing Jace. Alright, but okay, so we need to make this decision right now. Mono white control, so they have ossifications, but it's kinda fine. You know what? Against this kind of deck, I think we have more time. I think we won. Yeah, I think we won. It will take a while to close the game. But our deck is as good as against Atraxa decks as it is against mono white, unless you play the secret build. Alright, here's the land, and 1 damage to the face. I'll take it gladly. And we don't need to rush it. Man, our draw started to be really good right now. And with the Emperor we get so much value. They considered it. They might have their own Emperor, which is fine, because they will +1 something probably. I expect them to +1 the farmhand we block, but then with Fateful Absence, and we have Emperor and they don't. They have the card though. Yep, here it is. And they feel super smart about it, but they don't know that we knew. And that means we still have 1 loyalty that we can use on the Samurai. So it's not the biggest deal. Let's go with the wall. Man, the wall. The absolute wall of justice. What is the mana? We have very good mana base, so I think we just go with untapped land. We just go for this one. I like it. That's good stuff. He might draw a card, but you know, it will happen later. So we go with the Samurai, I think. On board, we are actually winning right now. With this single play, they might have a lot of value, but I think with Memory Deluge and Jace, we do not mind it one bit. Bro, is that another one? It is possible. No, they traded, so that's good for us. And we are the one with the Emperor. Ayo. Ayo is definitely an interesting one. Not sure how much it makes the difference though. I mean, it's scary, but not sure how scary. We definitely go with the companion first. This has vigilance, so actually we never can kill it with the Emperor. Even if we... yeah, this is Memory Deluge turn. We probably want to go into Tamiyos and Jaces. I think we kinda scrub this whole, gameplay of fighting for the board. I think at this point we just need to draw our cards and we win. And Emperor is great distraction. So he's fighting the wrong battle right now, and we do not mind it one bit. We also can flashback the Deluge, so we can, take 4 cards out of 11, so that is a lot. He's trying to go for the Mirrex plan probably, but with those blockers it's great for us. You know what? This should start the game even more. Not the cards we wanted, so that's why we're going for it. And we go Memory Deluge. We can take quite a lot of beating right now, so that's fine. And with the Wall and Spirited Companion, the Mirrex doesn't, hurt. And don't forget, we have 2 Farewells in the deck, so this shouldn't be a problem. Sure. And with Negate, we can fight against stuff. I can definitely fight. Unfortunately, this doesn't tap. That would make things so much easier. Like, then he has nothing. Right now, we still need to kind of respect it a little bit. Live game for me? Man, you are absolutely amazing. I love you. I don't think you will get enough damage out of this to cover the binding. And I want to play Memory Deluge on this turn. I don't want to risk any, like, farewell that exiles this, because look at my hand. I have no value here. I need this card to change the rest of the value. And here we are. Wow. This is actually the worst draw ever. Are you... Man, our 7 cards amounts to 4 mana value. Well, this is probably the worst draw ever. So what do we go for? I don't think this gives us better draw, right? Let's go with Smites. That means we can answer AO without super trying. Well, that was really bad so far. Okay, so our draw is so bad that we need to change our strategy based on it. I was sure that we just hit Farewell and Memory Deluge or another Jace or Tamiyo and we just mill them. But in this case, we need to fight a longer battle. We might merge this, maybe. We definitely want to play Emperor and see what happens. Okay, I think I take the damage for this turn. And we see how they respond to Emperor. We have Negate, and this needs to be an extremely important card during this game.
You're just underwhelming.
They cannot flip the farmhand yet. I guess the Might token is more impactful overall. Emperor again, bruh, and Eiganjo. Interesting. So we have 4 mana. We should start using it probably. Our draw is not perfect, so they have 1 Mirex, we have 1 Samurai. Do we just go for AO and start the game the most? Nah, I think we still kill this. Not perfect, but should be good enough. They don't have any hand disruption, so Jace is safe here. We don't need to play it. 6 damage is okay. Nothing to scoff at, but he doesn't even threaten the Leaper on the next turn. Alright, that's a card, I guess. Don't forget he will activate Mirexes, and that's how he will try to win. I don't want to play Jace, because he can have ossification into ossification. I mean... What if he plays the Fateful Absence? That will be the problem. Not actually. So if he plays ossification, it's actually good because we have March and Destroy Evil, and we get good value from this. We get actually really good value, man. But we don't want to kill AO with anything else than March, so I think we use this turn to set up the board first. Because Destroy Evil gives him very good value here. Samurai is really useful here, because it kinda answers everything except AO over a long time. So yeah, it's pretty good. And he's down to 4 cards. Alright then. How much do we care? I think he won't over-attack Emperor, so Smite will probably save her, we will see. Face. Alright. And here's the Emperor. Yeah, exactly. So we save the Emperor. And then we march. And see what he does. And then we can start playing with Jace. Of course, it's not super optimal, because we would prefer, you know, having stuff in the board already, like getting back Jaces with Tamiyo. That was the strategy. But if we are not hitting those, we'll try to manage. He will have 2 Mirex. Man, like, we are really bad at drawing cards. Oh boy, that's really not perfect draw so far. 5, 6. I think we just have to start doing cards with Jace. And I think we need to play the Emperor for -1.
Years of training for this.
This is not how the game should work for us, but that's how it does work this game, so we will try to get a little bit of value. So I have 7, he has 5. I have enough targets for Tamiyo, and I don't want to mill any of the important cards because, man, it's probably double Tamiyo and double Farewell on top. I tell you, man, I know my luck. So we don't want to mill ourselves because we'll lose all the best cards. And the populate, lay down arms. I think we kill one of the Mirex. He will use it, right? Yep. Not a big difference, but we'll go with it. That helps a little bit. We're only at 1 poison, and Jace has 3 loyalty, and we have a negate or a destroy evil, so I hope we can survive the storm. And he's down to 3 cards, so Mirex is actually very important for him. This is the only card advantage basically he has right now. I hope he plays like 2 cards into the board, and then something maybe on Jace and we negate it or destroy evil it. And that will fix... Oh, if that's ossification, we just farewell. That's good. That's okay. No way! I thought it would be going to blocks, but I had no instant that targets anything, so I went directly into this. Well, we just lost our best card for no reason. Looking better and better, but this one is entirely on me, that's for sure. Well, sorry guys for this, you are absolutely mad at me, and you can be. But yeah, that was the reasoning. I have 2 instants, but none of them worked, so I had one less click, and you know, I'm used to just having some instants in this case. So, very, very bad. Very, very bad. Right now he doesn't need to play anything into the board. I like to see this planes played, but man, I actually could have a Jace right now. No. This is really important that we counter it. So I wanted him to play more into the board, but I wanted something that gets hit by Farewell. Let's see. Alright, this Samurai definitely does a lot of work here. But we'll... Okay, you know what? Sunfall is actually okay. Just because we get a blocker. So he needs few turns before he can go for the attack. And that means we can use this Farewell probably in some way. We are not transforming this. Man, this game went south so quickly. Starting from this memory douche that hit 1-drops and lands. That's where it started. And yeah, even one Tamiyo will fix the whole game, but we need to start doing those. Alright. So let's see what sneaky play our opponent is preparing for us, because something is definitely here. He is really good at answering. Oh man, that's so good. This is the best removal we could hope for. Alright, I think this is it. I think this is where we are starting to get back into the game. Drawing 2 cards right now. I'm sure there won't be 2 lands. Perfect. Man, when I see Celestus, I know everything will be fine. So, let's draw a card, because we want to see our options fully first. And we need to be careful about the poison counters, because that's getting a little bit scary and out of hand. It's so good that we bossaged the 1 Mirex. If he was double factoring it every turn, like it would be so much, like we would be actually dead right now. So I really hope that he plays more cards into the board, because if he just plays Mirex, I have hard time answering everything. See? That was the click I missed last time. Alright, let's go like this. Or not really missed, but I expected 1 extra click. Alright, that's good. This is where we start to fix our stuff. Destroy Evil definitely not the perfect card for the situation. And this is something that we will mill. So we might start with it. 6. So we are getting to 8. Unless we do something, of course. Well done. Well done. 11. Oh boy, how do we do it? I really want those cards, man. I should be milling this guy like 10 turns, you know, before, but in this situation we actually need to play like this. And I will try to mill him. Like, I need to start doing extra cards every turn because I cannot recover from this Fateful Absence. That's fine, I'm drawing cards. So he's not really getting advantage. This is what should be happening since a long time, and this is the card. And now I know that I just need a lot of mana. Not a single Tamiyo, man. We actually went through half the library and there's still not a single Tamiyo. So we will have to work for it. Emperors would be extremely good. How many we hit? 2. So we still have 1, I believe. Wedding announcement. Alright, I want him to invest into the board. Smart, smart. Artifact and enchantment. So that's actually really good for him. Land. So one of the cards wasn't useful. Let's use it. Maybe we hit a Smite. And I will probably use it. It's worth it at this point, probably. Alright, our big cards, finally. Alright, that should help, I believe. That should help. He's drawing a lot of cards, unfortunately. So first farewell is just to recover our extremely bad draws. Oh, I should tap the Celestus, my bad. I was too excited to start playing Magic. And now I think we go with this. He probably kills it, so we are going to 9. But I don't want to risk the Seedshark. Okay, with Memorial Deluge I think 2 creatures should be good enough. They probably have exile effect on one of those, like lay down arms. They still have 1 in the deck, right? Yep. But this makes it a bit harder. Like, we want to... They didn't Mirex? I think they had the mana. Maybe they missed it. So it's getting better. We just need to recover because like, we drew all of the bad cards, and I think right now we only have good cards in the library. Very strong play by our opponent. Let's Memorial Deluge and see what we hit. Sunfall would be perfect. Alright, see? Only good cards left in the deck. And we can make a token, so that's good. That means he cannot use the Mirex to attack us again, unless he has instant removal. And we answered the full thing. We also have a Eiganjo, but we won't be able to play it. I think we keep the removal. This might be our winning poison counter less. Sure. They used Fateful Absence last time, right? So that's their instant. I wonder how many they play. Warden, sure. That's something I was thinking about earlier when I wanted him to play into the board. Of course they get the card, so that's a really... He's playing very, very well so far. But I don't think he expects a second farewell. I think he assumes we might play 1. Artifacts. We don't need to go for the artifacts. That's huge, man. That's actually huge. I think we're winning this right now. We still need more stuff. So, creatures, enchantments. Let's not mess it up because I think we have this game right now. 22 cards, 24 here. And now the question. We can go Aether Tamiyo or just activate this. He's down to 2 cards. He should really stop having plays. If we go Tamiyo, we get instantly Jace. But then Tamiyo is in 1, so I think we keep... Like, we need more mana for this. Next time it will be way better. Right now we have a Eiganjo, we have this. And next turn we can just use 5 mana, and that will be everything. We pass the turn, and then we go either Memorial Deluge or just a Eiganjo and block. You know, things like this. He's still going for it? No. So I will activate it, because he has 3 cards. Right now the mana is not important, it's all about those cards. And see, now every draw is good. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. We pay in full. I hope I don't need to pay myself, right? Yeah, alright. I got scared for a second. Now we are going. This is how the deck is supposed to work. Now we get the Jace back. We could also draw 3 cards, by the way, which is super tempting. And this is something I would definitely do myself. But with Memory Dish we probably don't need to. And I will actually force him to, you know, try to answer all of this. Because now we have Eiganjo, we have a token, and we are going for the mill game for a while. Alright, I don't think they have many answers right now. And we don't play Companion, because then we can Memory Dish. Like, you know, he knows that he needs to attack and kill this and all of those stuff, but he needs the cards to do it, and he has only 3 random cards and another one on top. So he might not have options to do everything. He probably really wants to kill Jace. Alright, man, this guy is persistent, which combined with our extremely bad draw from early game is definitely something that gives him the chance. We need to be careful about the poison stuff, because we are at 8 already, and we probably don't have many sweepers right now. Both of the Planeswalkers at 1, so this Eiganjo is crucial. You know what? After consideration, I should know that, man, he literally has everything. Man, like, he didn't answer one of the things, he answered everything and also Emperor. And if not this Eiganjo, I would die already. This means I'm surviving. He should use the Samurai on one of the Planeswalkers in my opinion. Because he's winning with the poison. Also, he didn't pump anything. Alright, we need to start hitting good stuff, but our Planeswalkers can do the... well... Here we go again. There are still some lands left. Still, let's go with the Companion. 2 cards on our opponent's side. Maybe I should consider playing Deluge and hitting Sunfall, but I would need to think for it, so that's why I didn't go for it. Oh. You have only 10 cards in your library? Well. Well. You know what? Let's do it first. Because maybe he has something super weird. But we should be winning. And with this play, we can actually negate nearly everything he has. Even... I should target this, by the way. That was a huge mistake. That probably won't come into play. So we will go like this. Because the Samurai itself doesn't kill us, he needs to +1, and that opens more options. And he still needs to kill our dog. Of course we are winning, but you know, in case something weird happens. So even in the worst case, man, we are actually winning this. And I think this is the game when I messed the block, right? So I also misplayed super heavily. We're going for 5, no more misplays. And yeah, I think, so the game is over. Let's see the cards. Just out of curiosity, what would be the options if we started the turn with Memory Deluge? I want to know. So it seems to be a rope, so we will cut the video. Alright, not the perfect reflex. I got half at the explosion. So he didn't fully rope, he roped only for like 40 seconds or something. So yeah, I guess that's good. Alright, we're going first. I mean, this is okay hand. I kinda like it. It will need some good draws later, so we can get some value, probably like Memory Deluge, Tamiyo, this kind of stuff. But so far so good. And we have a dog. Yeah, Eiganjo should be useful as a land more than the removal, especially when you see this, it's probably a control most of the time, right? Sometimes they can play Esper colors and just go, you know, Raffin, but not most of the time. Not sure about this one, to be honest, we don't have too much value. Smirk. The aggression, the full companion aggression. So I think we try to play a little bit of Azorius right now. I will just play the Shark to see if they have some counter spells, maybe bait it, and then Jace will be a bit more safe later. Alright, so they decided they're fine with it. Let's see if that's a removal. Get lost, alright. I mean, we got something out of this exchange. Let's see what our opponent will be playing. Field of Ruin, so Anchorage won't be probably a big player this game. And they actually go for their Jace instantly. That's interesting. That is interesting. We can deal some damage to Jace with the Anchorage. But that's not very good. I think this is what we want and have to do. We just try to create bigger board. Jace will definitely be a problem, we don't have a perfect answer. And we could also try this play, but if he has like Get Lost, that's not very good for us. Well, one Jace milled, but that might help Tamiyo later. Man, told you, they have all the answers, but they milled. They actually did mill. Oh man, that's tricky. I really hope I will get the counter. That's really important right now. Good, that's actually really nice. And I honestly will go for this. I don't care if the land dies, it's fine. I need to kill Jace, man. It's so important right now. And he could have double smite, but he cannot play triple smite in this situation. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I will still take the mana in case that we are in the right phase. I don't think we are, but no harm in this. Yep. Let's go attackers. And now we know. And now we know that we just need to damage here. So I'm pretty happy. We lost a land, but we kinda transformed it in the card. We probably don't get it, right? Lockdown, Farewell. It's early for Farewell. We need to get those cards back. Man, I'm not stressed. You are stressed? Is that a viewer? Does he know that we don't play usually basics? But we do. We learn from our mistakes. And man, like, this is actually pretty good for us. Okay, we are winning in the value game. So I want to create as much pressure as possible, so he wastes time on, you know, answering this. And what do we do now? Probably draw 2 cards, I think. I will take this turn off and try to cash in on our advantage, because the next turn is Farewell, maybe. And if he casts Farewell, I'm not super happy with losing all of this value, because right now he has more cards, but when I get the clues, I will have more cards. And he probably wants to answer this anyway. Like, he cannot just never do anything about it. Having 11 or 7 after this attack is no joke. Some good cards, man. Man, when we... Oh, I should use the map token, probably. But into open mana, we probably wouldn't get too much out of this, so maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Celestus. So we increased our mana base by 2 this turn, so that's pretty cool. And I'm not playing into the open mana. Let's see if that's Emperor. A Memory Deluge. Right, so we are attacking from different angles. Right now we force a Farewell or a Sweeper, and I made a huge mistake right now. I got so excited that I didn't wait until he takes the cards. So that's actually a really huge mistake. He didn't know that he needs a Sunfall, and now he knows. So now he will probably, for example, take the Sunfall if he's offered one. Before, he could just ignore it and try to go for spot removal, and then we surprise with the Emperor. And then, like, he's like, oh no, I should have taken the Sunfall. So we gave him the full information, so that's really bad on my part. That's definitely not what you want to do, but still, it worked out just fine. I will go with Bossage. I will go with Bossage. And we try to create more pressure. So, what do we go for? Tamiyo Jace. My friend. I want to see how you will answer triple Planeswalker with your Farewell deck. Because I think it might be a problem. It might be a problem. And the question is, do we mill him fully? Or try to keep the Jace for future? I want to keep it. And now we attack on the board, so yeah, he will get the Deluge. That's not perfect, but we pressure so hard that he cannot take full turn off. Like, if he does nothing, we get 3 Planeswalker activations and full turn. Like, he cannot afford it. And our job is to make sure that he won't be able to afford it, so we play Realmbreaker. Yeah, he's playing the small memory deluge, because that enables him to play something else, and it is possible he doesn't have a land. Not sure. Not sure. It doesn't seem like that was one of the new cards, but not sure how relevant this is. Perfect. He has only 1 mana. No priority. That's what you want to see. And he still didn't play any of the deluge, and we still have Jace in the board. So I think we go for this and try to either get all the lands for future. This is a perfect land because it gives us card. And we go for the Realmbreaker. Man, I'm good at Magic. I'm really good at Magic right now. That is a Spell Pierce? Are you serious? He didn't have priority before. Let's see. If that's a Spell Pierce, he won't have priority. This is a freaking Spell Pierce. By the way, he should play it. I think that was a mistake to not play it, because then I wouldn't be able to activate Realmbreaker, and that's that's a big deal. I should probably play the headquarters right now. I still probably need more mana when I know that Deluge is on top. I think he lost. He's dead on board, so he needs to spend at least 1 mana to kill this, probably 2 mana usually. And he dies to Jace and Realmbreaker, and we also have Emperor, and also we have full turn to play. And we forced another. Just by leaving this 1 loyalty on the card. Like, he needed 2 mana to answer. Yeah, he's nearly dead, man. Alright, so how do we go for it? We definitely want to win by milling. Let's see. He's so dead, man. Enjoy all Memory Deluge. Every single one of them. Field of Ruin. I mean, let's take it. It's fun. It's fun. Let's take more. And let's see if he goes for the damage. We definitely want to play something main phase. 22 cards. He is nearly fully tapped. He plays Spell Pierce, one of the... Oh, that was Syncopate, he discarded it. So that was my bad, it was Syncopate. I didn't think of it, I didn't see the card for so long, man. So they might have Negate. They might have Negate. I mean, I will actually go for this. I just need my cards. And he needs to be tapped out very heavily. This is a decent card. So we will ban both, because we won't force him to play a sweeper on one of the turns. And we like this card. And that means we can play our Memory Deluge on top of Realmbreaker. So we don't need Jace right now until it's Lethal, because Realmbreaker is the thing that needs to be activated every turn. The rest is like optional. He really wants to get to position when he can cast one of those and still survive 1 turn. But we won't allow it. Man, he's actually discarding farewells, so that's bad. Alright, it's not... Okay, like double Jace doesn't do it. He wants to draw 3 cards, right? Alright. Oh, I think he's going for 2-turn Lethal. Right? He probably has like triple Jace and he cannot play all of them in the same turn. Yeah, he has double Jace for the next turn. I wonder if he has a counter spell. So first we Memory Deluge. And yes, we are going lower, but we are not going below 15. If he counters it, that's perfect. That's super good. I want him to counter it. That also gives us information that he probably has a hard counter spell right now. I think he won't counter it in the end, yeah. But we got the... Oh man, that's so good. And I will take the land. I will take the land. I guess I could see Fateful Absence because that's lethal. That's maybe something I should care about, but you know, it's like I'm having so much fun trying to out-counter my opponent. Why would I finish the game, right? I think we're winning anyway. Perfect. Alright. Let's go for what? I don't think we need Field of Ruins. Let's go Otawara, cause let's go Coast. Oh, drawing cards? Sure, go for it, my friend. So right now, thanks to this Negate that we have, that's really good, right? And the Realmbreaker will be the last activation. We need to do it main phase though. So, let's go. Let's show our opponent the business. He needs to counter spells for 3 mana and 2 cards. He actually, yeah, he was that. He knows about Realmbreaker. The Negate was 1 level above what we needed, so that's pretty satisfying. And we're ranking up very nicely. Alright, let's see this one. We're on the draw with Fateful Absence. Man, Fateful Absence feels good. Like, even if you give them the card, usually you have so much value that you don't super care. And Wall is amazing, man. I love the Wall. The best wall in Magic. 2 mana, draws a card. Perfect. That really helps, man, because it's, you know, a blocker on top of being a land. Of course, it's not as good as I make it to be, but I really like the card, man. It also lets you select a little bit of lands, so sometimes you can like hit Otawara, Eiganjo, and that makes a huge difference. We'll go with this one. It's a perfect land right now. We have double blue, so that's... Oh man, I wish I was on the play and I could just hit it with Tamiyo. Celestus is really good. We want to make sure that we keep playing stuff into the board then. And because if he wants to go into the nighttime, like he needs to work for it. So this should be some Titan ramp, so let's expect a huge creature. That's not a Titan. This is the problem with ramp sometimes, you know? You need to hit exactly the right parts of the deck. And I mean, I respect it, man. It's actually... Okay, it might be even some Sunfall ramp. I like it. I can absolutely respect it. He has 1 random card. I mean, we are definitely going for it. And I hope you didn't care about your Celestus too much, my friend, because it's not happening again. And thanks to the wall, we can actually just chomp the Stomper, which saves our Seedshark and Tamiyo. You can see how much difference this one card can make. And I think he's nearly dead, man. Like, when we untap and play a land, we can do everything, and then we have Tamiyo. And he's feeling forced to keep attacking because she's so threatening. And man, this wall was heroic. Not only getting us lands, but also the other stuff. Unfortunately, the passive is still here, but he has only 1 card. So we know, this is something interesting. We know that the card he has is better than the land. Whatever they discard, you can assume that the next card is better. So that gives you information what type of value the card is. Is it really good or just whatever? So what do? We Sunfall. Because we get enough tokens to finish the game. That's 10-10 in stats. And that is also... We could get what? Vinewall if we care. I don't need land, so I will just keep, you know, plussing. It also disables his land, and he probably needs mana. Right now he cannot Sunfall, for example. It's not like he has to, never mind. That's a llama. That's a llama. Alright, I mean, listen. Listen, my friend. Like, we need to talk about business right now. And... Well. Okay, I don't have this one. I don't care about the llama. I want to, you know, interrupt his mana base as much as I can, because this is his last turn and he needs to do a lot of stuff. He also cannot really attack into Tamiyo because of the token, so they have a lot of issues here, and they have only 2 cards. Even if they sweep the board, we don't even care. Like, we will sweep this board probably very soon. And if he attacks, that's Lifa, because then we kill the Stomper and he has no way to block the 13 damage that we can deal. Alright, let's see. Alright, he's not going for it, so there is a chance for him. But we still win, because we go like this. This is the fun part, man. You can use Tamiyo to tap vigilance creatures and just emperor them, but of course we don't need to. 13 damage, coming our way, or our opponent's way. And let's make sure that I don't mess it up, alright? Bro, when we are attacking, we are actually attacking. Alright, this one was a fun one. Definitely an interesting win con just with the shark tokens, but this is the leftovers that you get playing this kind of stuff. Alright, and now some final impressions for you. Honestly, I've been playing with this kind of shelf some time ago and I kinda missed it. Tamiyo, I'm the most sad part about this deck is that I only have 2 Tamiyo. I started with 3. And I needed to make room for other stuff, but man, I want to play 3. The Tamiyo is definitely the best like value cards in the whole deck, because the rest of the deck enables her, right? When you get this Tamiyo into second Planeswalker, and the second Planeswalker also like draws you a card or just exiles something, the value is insane. However, what I have found after testing, the initial testing, the deck was like this. Well, it seems like that if you don't hit the right stuff, you can be short on value. I even tried Silver Scrutiny, but sometimes you are forced to cast it early for like 3 or 4 cards, and Memory Deluge just gives you this higher, better selection. So when I added this card, suddenly the deck started ticking together, because you always have the next, the next chain of value. And when you hit Tamiyo into Jace, this is insane. It's still sometimes hard to just waste the first Jace and mill 15 cards, but it also enables other Jaces for future just to draw you through cards. I'm not very good at it. I usually just try to be sneaky about double Jace and milling 30 cards, but definitely the deck has 6 Jace, so you have way more milling power than normally, and I think that's the biggest advantage of the deck. Still, you have this control shell of I don't die ever, and with cards like Spirited Companion and Vinewall, and even the Shark, you have so much more blockers. And the 1/1 is not a big deal, or a 0/2, but they really help you protect the Planeswalker. That means your opponent needs to drain cards to get rid of those, because they are so interruptive to his game plan that he just needs to either overextend to just try to flood your board, or just waste cards to just remove this 0/2 or something like this. So this is where you get more card advantage than you think, when you see this deck on paper. And those cards, together with Sunfall and Farewell, like, we actually play less Sunfall and more Farewells, because we are less control deck here and more of a, I try to kill all the creatures, defend, and then mill you to oblivion. We sometimes have a lot of clutter in our opponent's side, because we cannot control everything well. So Farewell seems like a great solution to this, because we can start the game very perfectly. And also with Sharks, Planeswalkers, and the tokens, you have very different win cons, and most of the time you can save your own win cons while exiling your opponent's win cons. Like, even if you exile the Shark, you still get the tokens that weren't activated, and very often that is your board for the next turn after Farewell, or even on the same turn if that's late game. And I have noticed that it's a huge deal, because it protects your Planeswalkers, it puts a clock on your opponent's life total, so he needs to try to answer the creatures, the clutter that is left over, while you set up the meal plan, and that helps a lot. So I'm pretty excited with this deck. I think it's a pretty solid one. 2 Tamiyo, unfortunately, but the card is absolutely sweet. And with all the creatures, even like Spirited Companion, you have way more value than you think. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's not make it longer, because, oh boy, when I start talking about those control decks. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the cool comments. And yeah, see you tomorrow. With